What's up everyone, we're going to be going to the best MLB player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually went 100% win rate and got 14 picks correct. Yes guys, you heard that right, 100% win rate. So we are on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 100% win rate and get 14 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon. Should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $309 just yesterday, and another member who won $20 for the third day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. All right, so let's get straight into the first pick. And when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first we're going to be talking about is none other than Tanner Bibee, and this one is none other than actually 5.5 pitcher strikeouts, and this one actually is for more. Now when we look at Tanner Bibee, we've actually seen him going the over in 2 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see, and they do have themselves a very good matchup against none other than the Minnesota Twins. Now, as you all know, when we look at the Minnesota Twins, we actually do see that they do rank 9th when it comes to their batting average. So they do have a pretty high batting average, but the reason why we still like the over for this situation here is due to the fact that when we look at Tanner Bibee, we are expecting him to have a very high usage rate coming into this game. When we look at Tanner Bibee as well and what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the over as well, which is what we like to see. And since those two are the case, we definitely see him going on the over here. Now, it may look like we are going a little bit against the grain when we look at his average over the last 5 and also over the last 5 games, but we are going against the grain and are sticking to it. So Tanner Bibee, 5.5 pitcher strikeouts for more, I think is a fantastic pick. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than another great player, and that is none other than Luis Castillo. So as you all know, Luis Castillo, as we all know, has been playing great, but this one is a fantastic one for 6 pitcher strikeouts, and this one, however, is for less. Now, when we look at Luis Castillo, we've actually seen him going the under in 1 out of the last game pretty much. He has only played 1 game over the last 5, and because of that, we do very much like the under for this one. We think the line has come out a little bit high for someone like Castillo, especially the way, you know, he has only played 1 game, so there isn't a lot of data, so we think it is a little bit too high for our liking. Now, I do face off against the Mets, who do rank 12th when it comes to their batting average, with a batting average of .250. And that's the reason why we do like the over for this situation here. We definitely see, since Mets are, you know, pretty high in that category, we see that being a huge effect, especially on someone like Castillo coming into this game. So because of those reasons, we are sticking to the under for this one. And on top of that, you know, even since there isn't a lot of data, we think that the line may be skewed one way or the other. In this case, we think the line is skewed a little bit too high and that there's more value for the under here. So Luis Castillo, 6 pitcher strikeouts for less, I think is a great pick. Now getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about another fantastic player, and that is none other than JP Sears. So as you all know, JP Sears, this one is for 4 pitcher strikeouts, and this one actually is for less. Now look at JP Sears, we've actually seen him going the under in 2 out of the last 5 games, with one of them actually being a push. Now they do face off against Toronto coming into this matchup, and as we all know, Toronto Blue Jays do rank 17th when it comes to their batting average, with a batting average of .241. Now when it comes to, you know, someone like JP Sears, although Toronto Blue Jays do have a pretty low tier batting average, we still do like the under for someone like JP Sears, as we aren't expecting him to have a lot of usage rate out there in this game. We're expecting him to be taken off pretty early, which could lead him to go on the under, as he may not have the same amount of volume that he usually sees. Now although his average over the last 5 is 5.8, when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the under as well, which is what we like to see. And I think those two things taken into consideration, it definitely should affect the outcome of this, which is why we like the under here. So we are sticking to the under for this one. And when it comes to JP Sears, we definitely see it happening. So JP Sears, 4 pitcher strikeouts, 4 less, I think is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines. So here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is none other than McKenzie Gore. Now, as you all know, when it comes to McKenzie Gore, he doesn't have an ERA of 4.66, which is fantastic to see, and 128 pitcher strikeouts, tied at 28th. Now, when we look at McKenzie Gore, he does play for the Washington Nationals, and the Nationals do have themselves a pretty exciting matchup against none other than the Los Angeles Angels. Now, when we look at the Angels, they do have a batting average that ranked them 21st out of all 30 teams and does have a batting average of .237. Because of that, we definitely do very much like the, over for this situation for someone, like McKenzie Gore. Now, McKenzie Gore is a great player, do not get me wrong. And on top of that, when we look at his last 7 days, he has only played 1 game, but he was able to get 6 pitcher strikeouts, which we think is fantastic to see. So we definitely see someone like McKenzie Gore not really struggling to go on the over here. We definitely should see him do pretty well, and especially coming into this next game, we definitely see it being a huge plus. So when it comes to McKenzie Gore, like I always mentioned, definitely keep an eye out for their line, and if his line is under his averages, definitely look to go on the over. So I think that'd be a lot of great value there. Now, getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about none other than Marcus Stroman. Now, as you all know, Marcus Stroman does have an ERA of 4.10, which is great to see, and they do or has had 86 pitcher strikeouts, which actually has him tied at 95th. So when it comes to Marcus Stroman, great player, and he has done a fantastic job for the Yankees, and the Yankees do have themselves a very exciting matchup against the Texas Rangers. Now, as you all know, when we look at the Texas Rangers and look at them a little bit further, we actually see Rangers, when it comes to their batting average, they do have a batting average of .237 as well, but also rank them 20th in that category. So they are very much in that lower tier, and on top of that, although someone like Marcus Stroman doesn't actually rank in the top 50 when it comes to strikeouts, we still see him being able to go over on his line. When we look at the matchup, it definitely does show that, but on top of that, when we look at Stroman over the last 7 days, he has only played 1 game, but he has still been able to go on the over there. So we definitely do or are liking the over for this situation here for someone like Stroman coming into this game. So this one's kind of a no-brainer to us. There's really no big explanation. We definitely see him going on the over with the matchup that he does face off against, but like I always mentioned with the other tip picks as well, definitely keep an eye out for the line first, guys, and if the line is under his averages, then definitely look to go on the over there. Now, getting into the next player, we're going to be talking about, his opponent in the Texas Rangers, Andrew Heaney, who is a starting pitcher, has an ERA of 3.98 and 111 pitcher strikeouts, which actually ties him at 54th. So Andrew Heaney, great player, as we all know, and they do face off against none other, like we just mentioned, the New York Yankees. So when we look at the Yankees, especially when it comes to their batting average, we see that the Yankees do rank 10th when it comes to their batting average. So a little bit higher in that category, and that's a big reason why we do very much like the under for someone like Andrew Heaney. Now, although Andrew Heaney does rank really high in strikeouts and also in ERA, we still are liking the under due to the fact that in this matchup, it is against the Yankees with a batting average of .252. We definitely see that being a huge problem for someone like Heaney and could struggle, and that's why we like the under for this one. So we definitely are sticking to the under for someone like Andrew Heaney. And I think when we look even further, we actually do see that with the matchup against the Yankees, even Heaney over the last 7 days has only played 1 game, and he was only able to get 4 pitcher strikeouts. So a little bit lower than what we are expecting from someone like Andrew. So definitely keep an eye out for his line. And like I always mentioned, if his line is too close to his averages, then definitely look to go on the under. I think there'll be a lot of great value there. So definitely keep an eye out for Andrew Heaney. So if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon, which will be linked down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.